Hi, I'm Heidi Jennings with Quarter One Club, where it's all about the process.
And I'm Nate.
So let's talk about LastPass today. Do you want to tell us what it does?
Yeah, so LastPass is a password manager that locks all your passwords behind one big master password. So you don't have to, and it will, and this software will remember it for you, or remember all your other passwords for you.
So what does that mean from a security perspective?
Yeah, so LastPass encourages you to use its own password generation system um, instead of you trying to think of your own. So you don't ever have to remember any of the passwords for your websites. All you have to do is remember the master password, and it unlocks all the other passwords for every other website that you use.
All right, so sounds like it's a little more secure because you're not repeating passwords possibly for all of, how many passwords do you think a normal person has? Hundreds?
Hundreds is an easy bet, exactly.
And what happens is everybody wants to just pick a password and just use that. So if somebody figures out what that is, they could get into your bank and all kinds of other things. So this helps with that, right?
That's absolutely true. The hacker just has to be right once, and then they'll try it out with all the other services you might use.
Yep.
So it's really
Exactly.
important not to, it's better if you don't even know your password. So it's hard for them to guess.
Yep, that's true because it has nothing to do with us. So when you say generate a password, so what does that mean? And we'll demonstrate it, but what does that mean? So it's basically just generating a random characters and that stuff, right? Can you want to explain what that looks like?
Exactly, yeah. So when we get further into the video, we can test it out. But in any form that you want to do a new password, you can actually right click and it'll open up this new page and give you choices on how to create your passwords, and it'll choose how many characters you want, what kind of special characters you'd like to be in your password, whether you want there to be numbers or non-repeating. Just gives you a lot of options to generate a completely random gibberish password for any website.
So for you, it's all about security, which is really cool. And it's about security with me too. But I am liking the convenience of it. So that's kind of what I like about it is I actually start my day by getting into LastPass, and we'll demonstrate that in a minute, but you basically get into LastPass and then all of my passwords are right there and I don't have to go to an Excel spreadsheet to find the password and type it in all the time. It's just I'm basically in a hub where all my passwords are all the time. So that's what I like about it. I like the security too, but the convenience is really nice.
When we were
I'm getting lazy.
When we were having this discussion earlier, I think that's what I was trying to sell you on, but you were really happy that you just had to know what website you were going to, and LastPass could figure out the rest for you.
Absolutely. Yep. So yeah, so let's share my screen and let's kind of get into what it looks like so people can actually see it. So this is what LastPass looks like. As you can see, I've got it organized, and you can organize this however you want, but I've got it organized by clients. And then I've got a shared personal file, which we can talk about the sharing later. And then I've got one for Quarter One Club that has all of my passwords for all of my websites that I use. So I was actually shocked at how many I accumulated so fast. I'm shocked. I've been in business for, what, 4 months, and I have all of these passwords already.
Absolutely.
So it's crazy. So do you want to demonstrate what it does here?
Yeah, I suppose it's not very exciting. I mean, admittedly, it's not very common for me to use the vault to go to places, but as you can see, there's a launch button for all of your shared passwords, and it'll take you right to the site.
Yes, so I guess I should back up there. We've got this little add-on, and that's how I get to the vault. So Google will put, LastPass puts this add-on in here. So you put this add-on and then you say open my vault, and then it opens up all my passwords for me. This is the first thing I do in the morning. To open the vault, it takes a really, really long passphrase that I've created that I think is hard to hack into, hopefully. So that makes it more secure. And then if I want to go to this QBO test account, then I can actually just click on this. And if you look in here, this is all stored in the background. So I've got my site background, my site password, and my QBO username. And so that's all in there. So when I click on this button and launch it, it will let me log into that. And as you can see, it just filled in my username, my password, click sign in, and I'm in. So I didn't have to type in that password, which was very nice. So that's why I like it.
And the cool thing is that just when you log into sites, LastPass will try to add that password for you. So your process for when you actually got this for the first time was to just go about your day as normal and try to log into stuff. And when you successfully logged into a website, LastPass would save it for you.
You have an example of one? Because I've already loaded all mine in here. Do you have an example of one that we can try?
No, I don't have a very nice example.
No good example.
I think if you ever log into a new site, there'll be a pop-up on the top right that'll just say, hey, do you want to add this to LastPass? It'll be pretty straightforward and easy.
Yeah.
Try yourself.
So yeah, so it just kind of pops up in the corner down there. So yeah, so I've already added all mine. And per Nate's urging, I have changed all of my passwords for all of my sites to something totally random. I let LastPass create the passwords for me. So yeah, so that's kind of, so that way they're more secure because they're just random passwords. They're just random characters now.
Exactly.
I wish I had one we could demonstrate, but I don't have one. But here's your generate secure passwords. This is what you were talking about. So there's your, I'm gonna move this out of the way here. So there's basically that when I'm on a site and a new site and I want to do a password and it says, hey, what do you want your password to be? I'm not going to put, you know, password 123, you know, right? That's not a good password. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say generate password, and then you can copy this password, fill the password on that site you're on, and then it fills it in. So,
extremely. Yeah. I would definitely recommend 20 characters is a really good limit. I think in computer science, computers can hack 8-character passwords pretty easily. So 13 and higher is recommended.
Yep. So that's one of the ways I'm using it. The other way I use it, like I said, because I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to just go out to find, you know, because in Chrome you have all these, you know, where you got all these save websites and stuff. I just like that I can go to LastPass and they're all right here. So I like that a lot. The other way I'm using it is, so this is all my company stuff. And if you see, I've got this shared personal one, and I've actually shared that with Dad. So now Dad can get into all of those ones that are the personal websites that we use together. So that's really convenient because he has a really big Excel spreadsheet, which is great, but not so secure according to what you were saying.
And I guess the cool thing about that is that's permission based, right?
Yes.
So I think one really cool thing about LastPass, which is also really good for companies, is you can share entire folders of passwords and even have them not be readable by the people. The permissions are very granular, but it's really helpful if you have like an admin account that you want multiple people to know about.
Yeah, absolutely. So the question might become, I guess, you know, since I'm a process consultant, why is this a good process? One, it's more secure, and so that's a good process. And I think it saves me a lot of time throughout the day by not having to look up and type in passwords. So when I'm closing the books for a client or something like that, being able to get into those bank sites and stuff like that without typing all those passwords into every single site saves me a lot of time. So that's the process improvement there that we like.
Absolutely. Saves a whole ton of time.
So let's talk about pricing. Pricing is, I think, very, very reasonable for this, for what it's doing for you. I think I might be on the family plan. It's $4 a folk. So for what, $48 a year, they're taking care of keeping track of all your passwords for you. So I think that's amazing. That's really good pricing. For a business plan, looks like the enterprise is $6 a month. That's pretty cheap.
Absolutely.
And so yeah, so I really think this is a good process improvement, and I thank you for bringing it to my attention for sure, because I think it's definitely saving me a lot of time, and I feel like my client information is very secure in here. So I like having it set up like this.
Absolutely. I just thought that the Excel document that you were using before just was a whole lot of hassle. And what if someone broke into the house and now we're screwed? So
Yep.
um, this is an extra layer of security. It's really nice.
It is. Yep. And the nice thing is I have my passwords wherever I am. That's the other kind of inconvenient thing, right? So if I have an Excel spreadsheet that's sitting on a cloud, or, like ours is sitting on the hard drive of the computer behind me, one, if the computer crashes, I lose that. Two, if I'm out and about, I don't have those passwords. Now they're every time I can log in, I just log into LastPass and I've got my passwords at my fingertips. They're also on my phone, because that's another whole discussion for another day, that you can do it on your phone and everything. So yeah, it's definitely a time saver, more secure, and definitely more convenient.
Which is actually probably the last thing I did forget to say. Um, it does kind of enforce the two-factor authentication, so which is more secure.
Oh yes, we did not talk about the two-factor authentication. Yes. So long story short, we really like this software. We think we give it 2 thumbs up, right? It's pretty great, and might be something you guys may want to try for your process improvement as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we thank you all for spending a little bit of time with us this evening, and we will look forward to having you on our next video. Thanks for all that good information, Nate.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Keep improving, guys.